A basic function of muscle tissue is to contract to produce movement. Whenever we do something, muscles in various parts of the body have to contract in order to actively move parts of the body or to stabilize parts, like when we're holding a heavy weight and don't want to drop it. But muscles have a less obvious second function, which is that they're suspended between bones, and in the context of that relationship to bone, they maintain a certain degree of background tone in order to stabilize body parts. I'm doing that right now while I'm sitting. I might be actively contracting a part of my body here in the arm, but throughout the body, muscles have to maintain tone or I'd fall off the chair. That background function of muscle tissue, which is postural, is just as important as maintaining the health of muscles by using them actively. Because in order for muscles to stay healthy, we not only want to be able to use them actively, but we want the muscle tissue and the myofascial tissues to remember how to maintain this length as a way of efficiently maintaining posture without using too much effort. In a moment, I'm going to demonstrate this by standing, and we'll see a little bit actively how this system actually works. Okay, here I am standing. I'm going to lower my weight by bending my knees in a moment. But before I do that, I just want to point out that if your feet are close together, it's hard to bend the knees because they'll sort of jam the hips. So to begin with, if you try this on your own, bring your feet a bit wider apart. Makes it easier to bend your knees. And now I'm going to let my knees go to lower my center of gravity, so I'm in this kind of martial arts pose. But when you let the knees go, notice that it's easy to think of letting the hips drop into your knees, puts pressure on the knees. We don't want to do that. And also when you do that, the hips come forward with the legs. See if when you let the knees go, you can leave the hips behind so they go forward and the hips stay back. And also, try it one more time. And think of letting the knees go easily so you're not slowly lowering your trunk like this. That gets too tight. It's working too much in the legs. See if you can think about where the knees go. And now, as if someone's tapping you behind the knees, let your knees go there like that. Now the legs are a bit easier. And I'm in this sort of vertical martial arts pose. And notice when I'm in this position that my back is in one piece. And there are tissues now that run from here at the back of the pelvis, sacrum area, all the way up the back to the neck and the skull. And all of that functions as part of your back. In this position, your back will tend to lengthen a bit because when you bend the knees like this, the back will tend to have its full length. And all those tissues, the connective tissues and the musculature, which is quite extensive in the back, can let go and become a little bit more elastic, a little more lengthened, so that these key muscles that support the trunk can do the job of supporting the trunk with a minimum of shortening and tension. Okay, so now that we've looked at that, why is that important? Because the ability of muscle tissue and connective tissues to lengthen is a basic principle of postural support. When we have particular problems, we tend to fixate on the area that we think is wrong and try to fix it. But the body has a natural design, and the ability of muscle to support the system as a whole with a minimum of effort is a key part of this natural design. In the next talk, we'll look a little further at this and look at some of the elements of this overall design in a bit more detail.